Good afternoon. Let's have another round of applause for our fabulous pipers, the Anna Highland Pipers from Bangor, Maine. Welcome to the 132nd commencement exercises of Thomas College. If you are able, please remain standing for the national anthem sung for us today by Rebecca Pouchard.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Thank you, Rebecca. You may be seated. We're already drinking the water. Drink the water. My name is Janine Diddle-Uzzi, and it is my great honor to serve as the 6th president of Thomas College. This ceremony, commencement, is the reason Thomas College exists. Sadly, for those of us who have been fortunate enough to be able to teach, to mentor, and to get to know these amazing students, our job is to prepare them to leave us. Everything we do at Thomas College is to support our graduates in being able to thrive and grow, to find happiness and prosperity in life and work after college. I'd like to send a special greeting today to the faculty who are in the room, the trustees, the Board of Trustees members who are in the room, the students, of course, front and center with me, the families, the friends, the mentors, the coaches, all of you who have supported these students on their journey. We could not be more pleased to have you with us. And if you're like me, and probably some of our faculty, if today feels like an ending, and students, you may feel this too, this is not an ending. In fact, it's a beginning. The students know that I always promise them a Latin lesson whenever I get the microphone. Latin teaching was my first career. In fact, the word commencement does not mean ending at all. Commencement comes from 2 Latin roots, the first of which means together, that's C-O-M, together, and the second root means to begin. So today, we are all beginning together a new stage in these students' lives and a new stage in our own lives as we send them out into the world to make that world a better place. So remember, commencement It's a beginning, and we're doing this together. Now, please join me in welcoming to the podium Associate Professor Roberta Tibbetts, who brings greetings from the faculty.
Good afternoon. My name is Roberta Tibbetts, and I'm a faculty member in the H. Allen Ryan School of Business. Today, it is my honor to bring greetings on behalf of the faculty to everyone gathered here today. This year marks my 55th year and final year of teaching at Thomas College, and my last official commencement, although I've been promised that I can come back anytime I want. It's been an honor and a privilege and a pleasure to teach so many wonderful students and to be a part of this community that we call Thomas College. Having earned my own degree here, I know what it feels like to sit in your seat and to anticipate the completion of a milestone that will serve you well for the rest of your life. Thomas has prepared you for life after college, so you can feel confident that you are ready for whatever comes next. Congratulations. Your faculty members are very proud of you.
For those of you who were not with us last night at convocation, you may not be aware that this is Professor Tibbetts' final commencement as a full-time faculty member. She's retiring after 55 years, and so we have just one more gift for you. So if you can join me in giving a big round of thank you applause to Roberta Tibbetts for 55 years of service to this college. We made Professor Tibbetts her very own yearbook, and many of us signed it, so hopefully she will enjoy that later. So we'll now begin with the presentation of this year's honorary degrees. Each year, the college selects 2 to 3 recipients of honorary degrees, and the recipients we select are people who have given of themselves to our community and to communities beyond Waterville and beyond Maine. They are role models for all of us, and especially for our students as we send our students out into the world. So as we read their biographies and we talk about their accomplishments, students, these people could be you. You can do the things that our honorary degree recipients have done. And so let them be an inspiration to you, and this is a wonderful thing that the college is able to do to honor people who are special to us. Provost Qualls, I have the honor to present Conrad Ayotte for the degree of Doctor of Humane Letters, honoris causa. Conrad Ayotte is the former Chief Financial Officer of J.S. McCarthy Printers in Augusta and a longtime member of the Thomas College Board of Trustees. Today, Conrad is being awarded an honorary doctorate of humane letters. Raised in Sydney, Maine, the 11th of 12 children, Conrad was deeply influenced by his mother, Laurette, whose resilience and belief in education shaped his path. He attended Messalonsky High School before enrolling at Thomas College, where he graduated at the top of his class. He later earned an MBA from the University of Notre Dame. Conrad began his career with Price Waterhouse before returning to Maine, where he became a partner at Schatz, Fletcher & Associates. His entrepreneurial drive led him to co-acquire Benton Plastics, growing the company significantly before its sale. He later partnered in the acquisition of J.S. McCarthy Printers, helping to expand the business from $16 million to $40 million in revenue. A dedicated community leader, Conrad has provided leadership to numerous organizations, including the YMCA, local chambers of commerce, Maine General Health, and the Augusta Country Club. His most enduring impact, in our opinion, has been at Thomas College, where he joined the Board of Trustees in the 1980s and served as Board of Trustees chair for 34 years, helping to guide this institution's transformation and growth. Conrad and his wife Lois, a fellow Thomas graduate, have 2 children, and they remain deeply connected to the college community. And I would like to note for the record that it was in part Conrad's deep and enduring commitment to this college that inspired me to accept this leadership role. Conrad will always have a special place in my heart because of his fierce dedication to this institution. Conrad, in recognition of your commitment to serving the people of Maine through your business, civic, and organizational leadership, we hereby award you the degree of Doctor of Humane Letters, honoris causa, which means because of honor. This hood and this degree are the symbols of our Society of Scholars, and they represent the high esteem in which we hold all your contributions to society.
This is where I walk up and stand.
I now have the honor of presenting Kim Lindloff for the degree of Doctor of Humane Letters, honoris causa. Kim Lindloff, President and CEO of the Mid-Maine Chamber of Commerce, is today receiving an honorary doctorate of Humane Letters. A 1986 graduate of Lawrence High School in Fairfield, Maine, Kim earned an associate degree in general liberal studies from the University of Maine at Augusta and graduated summa cum laude from Thomas College in 1991 with a degree in marketing management. In 2009, Kim completed the Institute for Organization Management certification through the U.S. Chamber of Commerce. Celebrating her 25th year at the Mid-Maine Chamber, Kim has led and grown the organization to the powerhouse it is today, supporting over 650 businesses and organizations across 24 municipalities. She works to strengthen regional economic vitality through business advocacy, marketing, and collaboration with education and also with community partners. Kim also serves, she doesn't like to be bored, she also serves as Executive Director of the Central Maine Growth Council, advancing business and workforce development and strategic planning for Waterville and its surrounding communities. In addition, Kim oversees the Central Maine Community Betterment Collaborative, promoting sustainable economic and community growth. A dedicated civic leader, Kim serves on numerous boards and has held leadership roles in regional and statewide organizations. Her contributions have earned her many honors, including Maine State Chamber Executive of the Year, Maine State Woman of the Year, and multiple community leadership awards. Kim resides in Fairfield with her husband, Ted Helberg, and she has become a trusted friend and a partner to me as we work together to envision the future of Thomas College and Central Maine. Kim, in recognition of your commitment to serving the people of Maine through your business, civic, and organizational leadership, we hereby award the Doctor of Humane Letters, honoris causa. This hood and this degree are the symbols of our Society of Scholars, and they represent the high esteem in which we hold all of your contributions to society. Thank you. Oh, this is so much fun. I'm in the right job, people. Finally, I would like to introduce our commencement speaker, who is our third honorary degree recipient. I have the honor to present Bill Burke for the degree of Doctor of Humane Letters, honoris causa. Today, Bill Burke, founder of the Optimism Institute, is receiving an honorary doctorate of humane letters and is serving as this year's commencement speaker. Okay, students, the Optimism Institute comes from the Latin opto optara, which means I hope or I wish. So if you are optimistic, you are hoping and you are wishing, which means you're envisioning your future. So that's the third, that's a freebie. I promised them 2 Latin lessons. They got 3, so you're welcome. And it was free, no added charge. Okay, so back to Bill. Bill launched the Optimism Institute, hoping and wishing, following a distinguished career in media and sports, inspired by his time as a fellow in Harvard University's Advanced Leadership Initiative. A lifelong optimist, Burke created the organization and its Blue Sky podcast to counter the negative effects of news and social media on mental health, sharing a hopeful, forward-looking perspective through public speaking and storytelling. Bill began his career at Turner Broadcasting, where he wrote the business plan for Turner Classic Movies and became its founding general manager. He later served as president of TBS Superstation and subsequently as CEO of the Weather Channel Companies. In 2005, after writing about leadership lessons from Ted Turner, Ted invited Bill to collaborate on writing his autobiography, Call Me Ted, which became a New York Times top 10 bestseller. Bill also co-wrote, produced, and directed the award-winning 2016 documentary, Live Another Day, chronicling the U.S. auto industry bailout. Maine has long been home to Bill and his family. He succeeded his father, Dan Burke, as chairman of the Portland Sea Dogs, serving in that role for 15 years. He has also provided leadership to numerous nonprofit organizations, including as board chair of Maine Medical Center, Maine Health, the Gulf of Maine Research Institute, and the U.S. Biathlon Foundation. Bill holds a BA from Amherst College and an MBA from Harvard University, and he is joined today by his wife. Where are you? I saw you. There, Karen, there she is, joined by his wife, Karen, and they are going back and forth these days between New York City and Maine. So, Bill, congratulations. In recognition of your commitment to serving the people of Maine through your business, civic, and organizational leadership, we hereby award the Doctor of Humane Letters, honoris causa. This hood and this degree are the symbols of our Society of Scholars and represent the high esteem in which we hold all of your contributions to society. This is yours, right?
Yes. Thank you, President Uzzi, Provost Qualls. My greetings to the trustees, faculty, distinguished guests, fellow honorees, student speakers, and of course, my heartiest congratulations to you, the graduating class of 2026. This is a huge honor for me and also an intimidating assignment. I'm well aware that I'm one of the remaining speed bumps on the road between you and this stage. It's warm in these gowns. And I also know that these days graduation speeches spill over into the internet. Before you know it, you're side by side with these famous people who go by one name even, Bono and Oprah and Conan. Today you have Bill, and I'm going to do my level best. You graduates are a very fortunate group to graduate from such a fine institution, a place that's marked with tremendous qualities like small classes, high percentage of first-generation graduates, ample internships. And I follow you on Instagram, so I know you also have baby goats and dunk tanks on campus. Very impressive. But perhaps best of all, it's located right here in the great state of Maine. And what a beautiful day we have for this celebration. So that's the school, but what about you all, the terriers? You'll often hear people say that dog owners tend to look and resemble their dogs sometimes. And I wondered if you students have come to resemble the mascot, the terrier. I love dogs, but I don't know a lot about individual breeds, so I did a deep dive. Traits of the terrier. They are fearless, surprisingly brave for their size. They're spirited, with a lively, fun-loving nature. They're tenacious and don't give up easily. They are independent and strong-willed, which makes training a challenge. I'm looking at the parents and the faculty on that one. Another great attribute of all dog breeds is a remarkable sense of gratitude. Every greeting, meal, invitation for a walk is marked by enthusiastic celebration. We have much to learn from dogs here, and I hope that each of you on this special day is reflecting with gratitude on all those people who helped you get here. Many of those are matching caps and gowns sitting beside you. Many are here in the audience, and I'm sure some live on only in your memory. But true terriers would take the time to celebrate and express gratitude to them. Now, commencement speakers are expected to offer advice. This is an irony for me because my first piece of advice to people is to be humble. So this is not a very humble act. So with that caveat, I'll try to do this judiciously. I will offer but one piece of advice, and you guessed it, that is to live your life with optimism. My definition of an optimist is someone who believes that tomorrow can be better than today and that they have a role to play in making it so. True optimists see that proverbial glass of water not as half full or half empty, but as refreshing and, more important, refillable. Research consistently shows that optimism is good for both your mental health and your physical health. And if that weren't enough, optimism is completely free of charge and doesn't come with any of those nasty side effects we hear about at the end of drug commercials. Unfortunately, these days it seems optimism is often dismissed as naive or ignorant, while pessimism and its evil twin, cynicism, are downright fashionable. I implore you to be countercultural here. Ignore the rants and raves that dominate our news feeds, and please remember, you do not need to attend every argument you're invited to. Instead, work to understand that despite humanity's many challenges, we continue to improve. And I'd argue that we'll continue to improve, but if, and only if, we remain optimistic. Today, around the globe, rates of extreme poverty and infant mortality are way down. The air we're breathing today is significantly cleaner than when I was your age. Development and distribution of vaccines and antibiotics, combined with dramatic progress in curing deadly diseases, have extended lifespans significantly. I won't spend the rest of my time here rattling off these facts. I could, but if I did, I think you'd see why one can credibly argue that there's never been a better time to be alive than today, and that if somehow you could look down and pick a time in all of history where you would want to start your post-college career, you would pick this very day. Now, I imagine it might be hard for some of you to hear this coming from someone of my age and my good fortune. And I suspect that more of you are thinking, tap the brakes, old man. It's 2026. The world is a mess. To this, I'd respond, you're correct. The world is really messy, and I am old. But it's vital to our well-being to put today in historical perspective. One of my blue sky guests, and the podcast is available wherever you get your podcast, by the way. Got to merchandise the merchandise. This guest said that if you only read the news, you'll think things have never been worse. But if you read history, you'll realize things have never been better. Okay, you might say to me, but you must admit your generation, mine, is leaving ours, yours, with a pile of problems. Political dysfunction, war, climate change, the list goes on. I'd say that's another fair point. But I would add, with all due respect, welcome to the club. every generation before you inherited a mess from the generation before theirs. A quick aside, speaking of things passed down from our parents, the great investor Warren Buffett once said that he believes we inherit our longevity from our parents, so he never bothered to exercise, but he insisted that his mom ride her bike 10 miles a day. But seriously, it is helpful to consider the hardships endured by our parents and grandparents to put our own in perspective. As examples, I'll use my father's side of my own family, not because they're exceptional, but because they're typical, and probably a lot like your families sitting here today. My great-great-grandfather came over to the United States from Ireland during the Great Hunger. His great-great-grandson, my grandfather, graduated from the University of Vermont and went back to Europe, but in his case, to France to fight in some of the very worst battles of World War I. His oldest son, my Uncle Jim, left his high school graduation to go to the Pacific for the final year of World War II. His younger brother, my late father, went from his UVM commencement to basic training to fight in Korea. Now, my generation has been far more fortunate. My oldest brother graduated high school 3 years after the Vietnam draft ended, and I graduated in 1988, from another small New England college. Don't worry, it wasn't the one up the street. You heard it referenced that I went to another NESCAC school, and just for the record, I played 2 sports there for 4 years, never lost to Colby. I'm just saying. You can look it up. But the world, when I was in your seats in 1988, almost 40 years ago, was hardly problem-free. The AIDS pandemic raged, having already claimed 46,000 American lives. Apartheid still ruled in South Africa, and the tense and truly dangerous Cold War continued, with the Berlin Wall still standing. On the environmental front, my generation didn't focus enough on climate, but that's partly because we paid full attention to the shrinking ozone layer and acid rain. And in the years since, these challenges that I've just listed have largely all been met. We've also made progress on social issues. In 1988, when I was in your seat, few, if any of us, ever imagined that same-sex marriage would be allowed in our lifetime, let alone the law of the land. We also never thought we'd see a non-white president or a non-white vice president, but here we are. Many of us did think we'd have a female president by now, so let's keep working on that. We might have a few candidates here in the audience. But here's the important part. All of these things I've just listed didn't just get fixed on their own. Instead, it was the result of hopeful and dogged determination from leaders, legislators, protesters, voters, doctors, scientists, allies, and advocates. These were men and women who believed that they could make a better future because they had a role to play in making it so. Yes, you guessed it, they were optimists. And I hope their example will motivate you to remember that the pessimists don't get things done. If all hope is lost, why bother? I have a friend who challenges people to bring to him the list of history's great pessimists. He's yet to be handed one. Now, many today are pessimistic about the United States and the state of our union. And as we approach our 250th birthday, I'd like to offer some encouragement here. And I'm going to share 2 sentences from a speech made by one of American history's great optimists. And as I give them, please feel free to guess in your mind who this might have been. This person said, "I know of no soil better adapted to the growth of reform than American soil. I know of no country where the conditions for effecting great changes in the settled order of things for the development of right ideas of liberty and humanity are more favorable than here in the United States." Any guesses? Perhaps a suffragist like Susan B. Anthony, a charismatic president like FDR, Reagan, Obama, Uzzi? No, the speaker was Frederick Douglass, a former slave. It comes from a speech he gave in 1857 after the Dred Scott decision upholding slavery and paving the path to the Civil War. So much was stacked against this man and his country in a time that was far more divided and precarious than we find ourselves today. If Frederick Douglass could be optimistic about the United States in 1857, what is our excuse? One mistake we make is allowing our valid concerns about global problems get in the way of our experiencing personal joy. True, unadulterated, dog-like joy. Both in the big things like today's celebration and in the small, beautiful miracles happening all around us all the time. In a wonderful Washington Post column, author David Von Drell tells a story to which many of us can probably relate. He's looking out his window one day and he sees perched in a tree a beautiful, brilliant red cardinal. He starts to appreciate this bird, but then he remembers an article he'd read about how climate change is threatening bird species to extinction. He starts to go back and forth in his mind. Can I enjoy the sight of this bird, or should I use it to be concerned about what's going on in the world? He goes back and forth and settles on enjoying the bird. He writes this. Here's where that cardinal finally lands. One cannot usefully address a threat to birds if they do not delight in individual birds. One cannot meaningfully answer the climate crisis if they lack excitement about the human capacity for invention and reinvention. One cannot make progress toward equality and inclusion if they don't see and love the potential of humankind, enemies included. And one cannot build the future if one fears the future. So please, I implore you, take this writer's advice. Stay hopeful, joyful, and optimistic, and do not fear the future. Yes, my generation left with you a lot of messes, but that's par for history's course. And for one final piece of inspiration before I wrap up, I'll share a highlight of another conversation I had on my Blue Sky podcast. This guest was Charles Kenny. And he told me on that show that he believes that the generation coming up today, your generation, will be the greatest in all of human history. Here, he says, is why. You're huge in number, the largest in history, and you're expected to live the longest lives. You're by far the most well-educated and the most socially tolerant. And you understand and embrace new technologies and will no doubt create new ones that older folks like me can never imagine. When you multiply these powerful effects together, Kenny suggests the result is unprecedented greatness. And he expects, as I now do too, that your generation, the best the world has ever known, will develop new ideas and breakthroughs that we old-timers can't even fathom. You will solve the climate crisis and many others, and who knows, maybe you won't leave such a bad mess for the generation that follows yours. So to wrap up, I encourage you, the tenacious Thomas Terriers of 2026, to go forth boldly, remaining hopeful, energetic, and above all, optimistic. Congratulations to you all. Thank you for your attention, and thank you for this honor today. Thank you.
Thank you, Bill. We are honored to have you with us today, and we look forward to hosting you many more times at Thomas College. I have to tell you that optimism is addictive. Once you start, it's hard to stop. And true confession from your president, I once missed a plane listening to the Blue Sky podcast, so be careful. If you listen to it, you might lose track of your own life. So Thomas College has a tradition of inviting students to speak at commencement, and our students, with all apologies to Bill, have a tradition of stealing the show. Today, we will hear from Charlie Foster Major speaking on behalf of the undergraduate students, and Abby Ferrone speaking on behalf of our graduate students. We'll start with Charlie. Charlie is from Sheffield, South Yorkshire, England, and is graduating cum laude with a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration and a minor in Finance. In his time at Thomas College, Charlie was a member of men's lacrosse, a student ambassador. He was a member of Investment Society and the owner of CJ's Gardening Services. After graduation, Charlie plans to return home to explore full-time opportunities in business development, sales, or management. Please join me in welcoming Charlie Foster Major to the podium.
That's a lot of people. All right, Mum. Hi, Dad. Sorry, I had to get out of the way real quick. Good afternoon to the undergraduate class of 2026, the Board of Trustees, esteemed faculty, staff, invited guests, family, friends, and everyone who made today possible. It is an honor to stand here, and I mean that genuinely. Because if we're being honest, there are a lot of people in this class who deserve to be up here just as much as I do, if not more. This moment is not just mine, it belongs to all of us. So, let me start with a question. What is success? We throw that word around a lot: degrees, jobs, salaries, titles. But the truth is, success is subjective. It looks different for every single person sitting here today. And more importantly, it does not end here. Today is not the finish line. It is just a checkpoint. The real version of success will come as each of us continue to figure out who we are and what our purpose is in this world. And I have seen what it takes to get here. I've seen people grinding through homework in the soup fourth while half watching a game. I've seen people in the finance lab at 1 a.m. juiced on caffeine. I've seen online quizzes being done with a beer in hand. I've seen esports students in the cave till 4 a.m. because that's the only time that they could focus. But with all that hard work, we cannot take all the credit, because behind every one of us is someone who made this possible. To the faculty, to the professors, thank you for doing more than just teaching. Your energy, your personality, your belief in us, that is what made the difference. To my family, thank you. My mum, who showed me what hard work really looks like and what it means to love what you do. She's a teacher, and she's taken a full week away from her students just to be here. I can tell you right now, she's fucking loving it. My dad, who showed me what respect, teamwork, and leadership looks like, especially through sport. Everything I know about being part of a team started with him. And to the families here in Maine, who took me in when my parents were 3,000 miles away, thank you. Honestly, your own kids were probably enough to deal with, and you had me as well. From me and my family back home, thank you for feeding me, housing me, and looking out for me. And to the parents here today, dropping your children's stuff off, supporting them financially, emotionally, and in every way, this success belongs to you too. We're going to hear congratulations a lot today. We're going to say thank you a lot today. But do not forget to say it with real gratitude to the people who helped you get here. Now, for me, part of this journey was also meant working in admissions, getting to see how this college operates behind the scenes, helping share this place with future students, and working alongside some incredible people: Kaio, Katie, Nicole, Amber, Sophie, Drew, PJ, and Ryan Cappy, amazing colleagues who some are actually our old alumni. And what stood out to me is this: people come back to Thomas College to work here, not because they have to, but because they want to. And that says everything about the culture and community of this place. And I felt that community early on. I committed to lacrosse for Thomas College late July. I was packing my bags, ready to move to America, chasing this dream. And then, 1 week before I flew out, I got a call from the head coach telling me he was leaving. I thought to myself, bastard, just like that. I came here. The main reason I came here, gone. And I'll be honest, I was ready to leave too. I was already thinking about the transfer portal, but if I have to see him again, I'll thank him for opening this door up to Thomas. Because shortly after Christmas, Bill Scott came along. I see him all the way in the back over there, I can see him. He was not just a coach, he was a leader, a role model, someone who genuinely cared. His energy was contagious, his belief in people was real. And he was not afraid to tell me when I was playing like shit either. He helped shape me into the leader I am today. And because of him, and because of the people I met in that first semester, I stayed. And I'm so glad I did, because I could have made friends anywhere, but I would have lost the bond I'd already built here. And part of that bond came from people who were already here when I arrived. I want to give a special thank you to the past alumni who were role models to me as an underclassman. Dominic and Hobie, my first-year team captains, showed me early what leadership looked like inside of a team. Not by just talking about standards, but by living them every day. I also want to recognize Julia Rennie and Molly Sotag, who were impactful leaders and incredible athletes. People like them helped make Thomas what it is when I first got here. They set the tone, they built the standard, and whether they realized it or not, they gave the rest of us something to follow. And now, as we sit here as graduates, I hope we have done the same for the students coming after us. I also have to mention the international boys, or T4. Coming here from 3,000 miles away, you quickly realize that your friends become your family. We were all trying to figure out America at the same time, different accents, different backgrounds, different stories, but somehow the same confusion about portion sizes, driving everywhere, and why there's no public transport in Maine. But those boys gave me a sense of home when home was far away. They made the difficult days easier, the good days funnier, and Thomas feel a lot less foreign. I'll always be grateful for that. That sense of community is not something I just found at Thomas, but also in Maine and New England. People here are welcoming, hospitable. It reminds me of the north of England where I'm from, where people pride themselves on being just a little bit friendlier than the south. And that culture carried through everything we did, especially in athletics. I also want to give a special thank you to the athletic training staff. They were there for the injuries, the rehab, the setbacks, the ice bags, and the tape jobs. They do so much for athletes, often without enough recognition. I know personally how much their care matters, and on behalf of every athlete they have helped get back to doing what they love, thank you. We experienced the highs and the lows, big wins, tough losses, pressures, injury, watching teams win championships and watching teams just fall short, but also just the simple joy of supporting your friends, watching them do something they love. And now, we're here. And it feels bittersweet, because the memories we made, those stay with us. But the late nights, the stress, the bad grade on that one exam, those will fade pretty quickly. What will not fade is what we will miss. Noodle bowls, and the dining hall staff. Debs, Anne, Mike, Bill, Dom, Rod, Irma, and Elaine. Honestly, half the time I came here for the conversation more than the food. Thank you for turning the bad days into a better one just by being there. Trips to Sugarloaf, walking into Dr. Biffle's class and seeing a movie already playing. Bonfires behind the bleachers, and the sudden sprint of everyone under 21 when Campo showed up. Away trips with the team, Thirsty Thursdays. And yes, there are things we will not miss. 6 a.m. practices in the pissing rain, followed by 10:30 at night, right where you guys are sat. The 45-page senior seminar paper. Thank you, Cragen. Campus security shutting down our parties, but thank you for keeping us safe. 8 a.m. lectures. But the reality is, it does not get easier from here. Now we have to get jobs. Now we have responsibilities. Now we swap the beer for magnesium and an eye mask just trying to function the next day. But through all of this, what matters most is gratitude. Because these moments, these memories, they become part of who we are. And the places we filled with life will soon be filled by someone else. Your favorite seat in the dining hall, your room, your routine, it all moves on. But what stays is what you take with you. So, I will leave you with this quote from Marcus Aurelius that has impacted me deeply. It reminds us, you have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. And this means control what you can, let go of what you cannot, and keep moving forward. Think of your life like building something, brick by brick. Every decision, every failure, every success adds to it. Do not rush it. Do not compare it. Just keep laying your bricks with purpose. And finally, whether you're a day one or we picked you up along the way, as we step into whatever comes next, on behalf of the undergraduate class of 2026, cheers.
Thank you, Charlie. Representing the graduate division as class speaker today will be Abby Ferrone. Abby is from Sandown, New Hampshire, and she's graduating with a Master of Science in Educational Policy and Reform. While at Thomas, including as an undergraduate student, Abby was a student ambassador, a community assistant, and an all-conference outfielder for the softball team as well. And if you think Abby might look familiar, it's because she served as an undergraduate as class marshal just last year. After graduation, Abby plans to become an elementary school teacher right here in the great state of Maine. Please join me in welcoming Abby to the podium.
All right, I'm ready to get into AC. No, a simple word, just 2 letters, and yet it's a word I'm sure every single person here has heard more times than we can count. Maybe it was your parents saying no to ice cream before dinner. Maybe it was being turned down from your dream school or a dream job. But why is it such a small word holds so much power over us? Good evening, class of 2026, family, friends, faculty, our trustees, staff, invited guests, and everyone who made it here today. Hi, we made it. When we came to Thomas at first, we walked onto campus as first years, excited, maybe a little lost, and definitely scared to branch out. We didn't know where we'd fit, who we'd become, or how we'd get from that first day to this one. Now look at us, sitting here together, not as strangers, but as a community, as people who have grown, changed, failed, tried again, and somehow find our way. If we're being honest, we didn't get here without hearing that word, no. And if I'm being honest, I've let that word stop me before. I've been afraid to ask questions, afraid to speak up, afraid to even try, just to avoid hearing the word no. But here's the thing. If you had asked me just a few months ago if I'd be standing here today with you all giving this speech, I would have told you no. It took 4 months of hearing no, 4 months of questioning everything, what I could do differently, how I could get here, how I could stand alongside all of you. And if I had stopped the first time someone told me no, I wouldn't be here. But somewhere along the way, I learned something. No doesn't mean never. Sometimes it means just not right now. And that realization changed everything for me, because I'm not the same person I was 4 years ago, and I'm sure none of you are. I'm not that freshman who stepped onto campus too scared to speak up or ask for help. This place taught me how to advocate for myself. It taught me to use my voice, and when I did, when I kept pushing, things kind of worked out. In this place, it's been life-changing. I didn't just earn a degree or 2, I built a life. It's where I met the love of my life. It's where I got proposed to. It's where I found a whole team that became a family. And it's where I met my best friend, who's here from Kansas. These past 4 years gave me memories I'll carry forever, but more importantly, they gave me my people. And I would not be standing on the stage if it wasn't for them. It starts with my mom and my dad, but more importantly, I wouldn't have made it here without my whole family. When I decided to go to college the farthest away out of my siblings, when I packed up my life and moved all the way to Maine, I didn't know what to expect. But what I was never met with was no. It was an overwhelming yes. Yes, we believe in you. Yes, we love you. Yes, go chase what you want. And no matter what happens, you can always come back home. My mom's crying. Wow. Stop doing that to me. And that kind of love, it changes you. It makes you the person you are. Because when you have people who believed in you like that, all the other no's you hear along the way, they don't hit quite as hard. They don't stop you. They don't define you. They just become part of our journey. And whether it's tonight or the next time you see them, tell them thank you. Tell them you love them. I also want to take a moment to honor the people who should be here with us today in person, but instead are watching over us. Graduation is such a beautiful moment, but it can also remind us of the people we wish we could share it with one more time. The people who helped shape us, guide us, and love us into becoming who we are today. Their lessons on life and our everyday, and the advice we'd still hear in our heads, the traditions we carry forward, the strength they taught us to have, and the love they gave so freely. For me, that's my grandfather and my Nana. They helped shape the person standing on this stage today. And I know many of us here carry someone in our hearts who helped shape us too. So I want everyone to take a second, think about who these people are in your life, the ones who are sitting here today with us and the ones who aren't, but especially the ones who made it possible for you to be sitting in these seats today. because we didn't get here alone. So as we step out of this place and into whatever comes next, I want to leave you with this. Think about that last time you were told no, and ask yourself, was that the end of the story? Or was it just the moment that asked you to try again, or led you to something else that was better for you? Because no doesn't have to stop you. It can shape you, it can push you, it can redirect you, and sometimes it can lead you exactly where we're meant to be. So live your life. Be a human being. Speak up for yourself. Advocate for yourself. Don't be scared of the word no, because it might just be the thing that gets you to your next yes. I wish every single one of you a wonderful life, whatever that might entail for you. Congratulations, class of 2026.
Thank you, Abby. We are now armed with some excellent advice, excellent perspective from our three speakers, and so now I think it's time to confer some degrees. Yeah. The conferral of academic degrees is grounded in the academic judgment of our faculty and the academic administration, so now I would like to invite Dr. Jeremy Qualls to the podium. Dr. Qualls is our provost. He is the chief academic officer of the college, and he is a distinguished professor of physics in his own right. So, Dr. Qualls.
Will the candidates for the degree of Associate in Science please rise? Will the candidates for the degrees of Bachelor of Arts and Bachelor of Science please rise? President Uzzi and members of the Board of Trustees, I have the honor of presenting you these candidates for the degrees of Associate in Science and the degrees of Bachelors of Arts and Bachelor of Science. On behalf of the faculty of Thomas College, I ask that the degrees now be conferred.
Thank you, Dr. Qualls. By virtue of the authority vested in me by the state of Maine and the Board of Trustees of Thomas College, I hereby confer upon you the degree of Associate in Science and the degrees of Bachelor of Arts and Bachelor of Science, with all the rights and privileges thereto appertaining.
The other graduates, you can sit until your row's called. Charlie. Are you ready? Sure. Charles John Foster Major, cum laude. Carlton Roy Daly, summa cum laude. Hillary Elizabeth Howard, magna cum laude. Zainab El Brainy, magna cum laude. Fuad Hassan Alu, magna cum laude. Brooklyn Riley Allen, summa cum laude. Maggie Sue Allen, magna cum laude. Pedro Fernandez Anselmo, cum laude. Jackson Bryce Auber, magna cum laude. Jordan Jocelyn Arduini. Cadence Olivia Barbour, cum laude. Abigail Anastasia Baer, summa cum laude. Kenzie Garneau Bills, summa cum laude. Megan Ashley Blasius, cum laude. Brooklyn Michelle Blockler, summa cum laude. Addison McKenna Boyce, magna cum laude. Trey Christine Broussard, cum laude. Nicholas Thomas Bushy Oliveri, cum laude. Parker David Butler, magna cum laude. Isabella Mary Byram, summa cum laude. Connor Thomas Camere, cum laude. Marissa Shea Cates, summa cum laude. Natalie Ariel Charette, cum laude. Roy Lee Clayton III, cum laude. Harry Clow, cum laude. Hannah Marie Coolin, cum laude. Chelsea Erin Cody, summa cum laude. Liam Russell Cotnois, cum laude. Adriana Grace Couture, summa cum laude. Jordan Edward Kraft, magna cum laude. Dominic Kyle Crawford, magna cum laude. Zoe Agatha Crocker, cum laude. Charlie Mae Davis, cum laude. Lucy Elise DeRoche, summa cum laude. Samantha Lynn Donahue, magna cum laude. Jonathan Paul Doyen. Emma Marie Doyle. Darian N. Drake. Elizabeth May Eads, magna cum laude. You want Christine middle name? Maya Christine Edgecombe, summa cum laude. Gage Ryan Eggleston, summa cum laude. Connor Matthew Ide, cum laude. Brandon Michael Eldon, magna cum laude. Catherine Elizabeth Elliott. Allison Martine Ellis. Brooklyn Marie Federico, summa cum laude. Nicholas Maurice Fischetto. Nicholas C. Florek, magna cum laude. Jamie Oscar O'Neill Fonseca III, magna cum laude. Riley Fortin, summa cum laude. Contessa Ann Francetta. Brody Michael Freeman, summa cum laude. Laurel Helen Fribley, summa cum laude. Pedro Luis Garcia III. Paige Elizabeth Gilbert, summa cum laude. Kira Ireland Gilman. Emily R. Gower, cum laude. Just pull it down on one side. Yeah. Thomas Cornelius Grady. Gabriel Guzolini Fortuna, cum laude. Connor Francis Hamilton, cum laude. Cameron Anthony Haynes. Tyler Marjorie Hellam. Andrew Joseph Hodgkins, summa cum laude and Thomas Scholar. Will Howes, magna cum laude. Rebecca Lynn Ireland. Aspen Elaine James, summa cum laude. Stephanie Teresa Johnson, summa cum laude. Jocelyn Reagan Jordan, magna cum laude. Connor Jameson Kimmel. Evan Daniel Kelleher. Daniel Thomas Kazurl. Anna Lynn Kilcollins, summa cum laude. Tristan Dewitt Jardinson, magna cum laude. Leah Knight, cum laude. Cody Chase Knox, cum laude. Isabel Irene Kramer, magna cum laude. Olivia Labonte, summa cum laude. Chloe Elaine Labrie, summa cum laude. Paige Michelle Lafreniere, magna cum laude. Zephyr Lonnie Caputo, cum laude. Athanase Devon Lawless. Abigail Lee Lerman, magna cum laude. Jessica Faith Libby, summa cum laude. Robert Joseph Lindblom, summa cum laude. Micah Benjamin Lombardo. Holly Marie Loring, summa cum laude and Thomas Scholar. Kaya Lenore Loring, summa cum laude. Dave Carly Damaris Lewis, summa cum laude. Catherine Elizabeth McIntyre, magna cum laude. Kaylee Rose McClellan, magna cum laude. Connor Eugene Joseph McMahon. Caleb Ryan Micklin. Justice Jose Milan. Elijah Amari Morton. Marcus Gary Morton. Evan Thomas Neto, summa cum laude. Hannah Jean Nisbet. Caio Novaes. Vincent Anthony Pavinetti, Jr. Megan Renee Oberholzer, cum laude. Jillian Ray Pelletier, cum laude. Henry Telford Phillips, cum laude. Seth Andrew Pinkham, cum laude. Eli Richard Principato. Maria Wendy Azucena Prothero. Isabel Anne-Marie Quayle. Mitchell Blake Regan, magna cum laude. Andrew Reynolds, cum laude. Brianna Marie Roach, magna cum laude. Cara Estelle Richards, cum laude. Sean Jarvis Roberts, magna cum laude. That's okay. I got it. Cody Ambrose Robinson. Lely Marie Rodriguez, summa cum laude. Christopher Henry Rodriguez. Lily Catherine Rosa, summa cum laude. Gwen Sheely, summa cum laude. Eve Anna Schultz, summa cum laude. Congratulations. Benjamin B. Seguin, cum laude. Bristol Tate Sign, summa cum laude. Mira Faith Snow, summa cum laude. Maverick Stephen Swan, summa cum laude. Madison Elizabeth Sweat. Lapo Talamini, magna cum laude. This is it. Patrick Ann Temby, summa cum laude. Caden Terrell Thompson, magna cum laude. Samuel Chalsma, magna cum laude. David B. Chalsma, Jr. Tamia Sophia Tomlinson, cum laude. Mackenzie Sue Toner, summa cum laude. Congratulations. Here it comes. Hunter Vale. Caleb Corey Vos. Cole Campbell Washburn. Zachary Main White, summa cum laude. Taylor Webster Wilkie. Andon Alec Wood. Mickey Jeffrey Woodrow, cum laude. Olivia Christine McCorson, summa cum laude. Kalyatika Opong, summa cum laude. Daniel Isan Garty, magna cum laude. That's all I have. That's it.
Will the candidates for the degree of Master of Business Administration please rise? Will the candidates for the degree of Master of Science in Criminology, Master of Science in Cybersecurity, and Master of Science in Education please rise? President Uzzi and members of the Board of Trustees, I have the honor of presenting you these candidates for the degrees of Master of Business Administration, Master of Science in Criminology, Master of Science in Cybersecurity, and Master of Science in Education. As authorized by the faculty of Thomas College, I ask that the degrees now be conferred.
By virtue of the authority vested in me by the state of Maine and the Board of Trustees of Thomas College, I hereby confer upon you the degrees of Master of Business Administration, Master of Science in Criminology, Master of Science in Cybersecurity, and Master of Science in Education, with all the rights and privileges thereto appertaining.
Elena Marie Alderman. Sage Marie Brown. You guys might want to move forward. Rosalind Carr Buck. Darren John Cagnina, Jr. Congratulations again. Eva May Calioris. Tyler James Canty. Stephen James Coffey. David Ryan Cunningham. Whoops. Benjamin Samuel Danner. Parker Jeffrey Desjardins. Javier Andre Diaz. Owen Thomas Fish.
Thank you, sir.
Bradley William Rojansky. Emily Daisy Haggerty. Emma Mae Jefferson. Travis Frederick George. Taylor Angelou Krawecki. Christopher William Louier. Ethan Ryan Louier. Lenz Pierre Kenzie Lewis. Emily Noel Lowther. Valerie Bell McNamara. Jack Adelard Morel. Tillman Huber Moyer. Tyler Scott Roberge. Mitchell Gervin Rounds. Seth Mitchell Shaka. Thanks, Mom. Ankit Shah. Stephen Anthony Eugene Simmons. Hunter Pierce Simpson. Brandon Robert Smith. Benjamin William Tilton. Thomas Michael Toner. Eli Daniel Wall. Emily Elizabeth Wallingford. Nicholas Lee Weiss. Evan Ray Wilcox. Kian Wright. Elizabeth Ann Marie Bowman. Emma Ray Landry. Johanna Colleen Vincent. Congratulations, sir. Miles Justice Gadwa. Abigail Carol Ferrone. Chloe Rose Bolduck. Lindsay Marie Duval. Oops. Michael Gregory Fryer. Samantha Marie Grimaldi Heidman. Yeah. Emily Rebecca Ireland. Nicholas E. Magera. Brandy Teresa Mary. Rebecca Joy Parody. Ryan Anthony Tracy. Jessica A. Vick. Samantha Jane Weeks. Jamie Marie Youngblood. And last to receive their diplomas today will be our class marshals. So they'll come join us on the stage. Patrick Thomas McKenney, cum laude. Addison Laura Keefe, cum laude.
Undergraduate students, please move your tassels from the right to the left. President Uzzi, members of the Board of Trustees, faculty and staff, and distinguished guests of Thomas College, I now present to you the class of 2026.
Thomas College class of 2026. Terriers, tenacious, fighting, never giving up terriers. Only one thing remains for us to do before we, well, maybe a couple of things, but the most important one is our thank yous. No one makes it to this day, no one walks across this stage alone. When we achieve on the shoulders of those who lifted us and sometimes carried us. We achieve because of sacrifices that came before us. So graduates, if you would join me, and I'm going to give you a long list of people, I would like you to please stand if you are able and give a round of applause to your parents, your grandparents, your aunts and uncles, your children, your partners, your spouses, your friends, your faculty, and your staff who made this day possible. Well done, well done. That was a nice thank you. Finally, I'd like to let us all just take a moment of silence, knowing that there are some people who could not be with us today, people that you students and you family members are holding in your hearts, and let's just take a moment to think about how much those people mean to us. Thank you. And now it's my pleasure to turn the microphone over to the Thomas College Alumni Association and its representative today, Megan DeWald. Now that you are all graduates of Thomas College, you belong to a great, fun new club called the Thomas College Alumni Association. So, Megan, if you could join me on stage.
Graduates, on behalf of the Office of Advancement and Alumni Relations, it is my honor to welcome you to the alumni community of Thomas College. Your achievement today marks the beginning of a new kind of relationship with this school as Thomas becomes your alma mater. Now, you've likely heard this phrase used by graduates to refer to the institution from which they've graduated, but you may not know, and I hope, President Uzzi, you will permit me one last opportunity to translate some Latin. The Latin term alma mater actually translates in English to nourishing mother. It's a little strange. But I thought about it more and I realized that what this translation tells us is that when an institution of higher education is at its best, it takes its responsibility to nurture and care for its students very seriously. It invests time and resources into them. It shapes them and instructs them, and then when the time is right, it sends them out into the world, trusting them to carry the nurture and the care and the knowledge that they've received back home. As your alma mater, Thomas seeks to continue in that nourishing relationship with each of you. We want to celebrate with you when you have good reason to celebrate, like when your family grows or you land that dream job. And we also want to be there to support you when challenges arise, as they inevitably do, and you need to reach out to a community that knows you and cares about you. We want to strengthen and continue to strengthen the network that you have created here at Thomas. We want to continue to support you in your career goals, and we want to provide ongoing opportunities for connection and support. The truth is that to be the best alma mater, Thomas College still needs you. Like any caring parent, we need you to stay in touch. We need you to visit from time to time. And when you're in a position to do so, we need you to give of your time, your talent, and your treasure so that Thomas can continue to nourish future generations of students like you. As graduates, you will automatically begin receiving Terrier Tracks, our alumni email, which will keep you up to date on everything that's happening here on campus. And in terms of visiting, well, we look forward to welcoming you back again for homecoming and family weekend, or other kinds of alumni events that we have here on campus or throughout Maine and beyond. We also look forward to the generosity of your gifts of time, your volunteering, your sharing your expertise, as well as making donations that sustain, strengthen, and improve this college. So graduates, today your relationship with your alma mater does not end, it transforms. And as you depart, my hope is that you depart with pride, with joy, and with the confidence of knowing that you will always be welcome back home.
And finally, to send you off with some good wishes, a benediction in Latin, good speech, is our own professor of English and composition, Dr. Lisa Hibble. Dr. Hibble has published poetry in a wide variety of journals and literary magazines, and she specializes in writing about nature and the environment. Today, she will close our ceremony with a benediction, one of her own poems. Please come forward. Help me welcome Dr. Hibble to the podium. Thank you.
It's kinda my poem, but it's kinda everybody's poem too. It's called Exquisite Corpse, our version. Be not afraid of the title of this poem. Exquisite Corpse is a collaborative, surrealist parlor game invented in 1925 by writer André Breton and his fellow artists. Players took turns writing words or drawing sections of an image on a single sheet of paper, folding it to conceal their contribution before passing it to the next person, resulting in bizarre, unpredictable combinations. Sometimes a class of students results in unpredictable combinations. But 13 is a lucky number. Here are 13 voices I have arranged into a composite poem. 13 voices who know who they are and what they come from, even as they ready their wings for flight. I am from my 6-foot Type-C anchor phone charger, frostbitten mornings, quiet woods, and winds that whisper through them. I am from cold mornings and kitchen lights. I am from Lewiston, from CMCC Hospital, chocolate chip banana bread and warm meat pie. I am from the mill where my mère worked with a woman whose family handmade solid gold rugs. Rings, sorry, I'm hot. I am from palm trees, chicken over rice at dinner, sand, and the ocean. I am from 4 seasons, maple syrup and pancakes, from the hours of labor called quality time, collecting, transferring, boiling, and finishing sap into syrup. I am from the 08 Jeep Liberty with a random assortment of wires swaying under you, from DSI and days of GameCube. I am from big pine trees and small apple trees, running streams and a shallow pond where the dog can run with no leash. I am from Spotify and speakers, all the music I listen to. I am from daisies and dandelions, things that grow wild and hopeful. From the bright, beating sun and sneaky, poisonous jellyfish moving beneath the water. From all the little toys I collected, the slime I created, bracelets I made. I'm from the dinners at 9 p.m. because that's when everyone was finally all home. The kids of the family splashing around in the pool and causing a ruckus the entirety of the block had to endure. I'm from I, the smart one, and L, the hard worker. I'm from apple juice, Apple iPhone, and Poland Springs water. Ponds frozen in winter and wavy in summer, where ice skates carve lines and mucky feet stir up the water. I'm from C, and eyeglasses so clean they're clear, and so dirty they have a tint. Bouncy house birthdays, my parents picking up scattered Barbies and toy bullets. I am from E, who gave me the blueprint of the family image. I am from the blueberry bushes in my great-grandmother's backyard, prickly vines and flowers, still blooming, though she's no longer here to pick them. I am from the lion pillow pet that I took everywhere, and how Lai the lion will be in every single family photo of my childhood. I am from the anger I expressed as a 10-year-old, the sound of the office as I waited for my parents to come scold me for fighting on the playground. I'm also from drifting, from a small space that moved with the water, from music I didn't understand yet, wasn't ready for, but asked for anyway. We're all here to tell you, you are ready. Thank you.
And now, all that remains is the celebration. Let's end the ceremony with one more round of applause for our graduates. We'll start there. And this might be the hardest part of the ceremony of all, the directions to the families. The graduates are going to join us in a procession. Families and guests, I ask that you please remain seated in the field house until all the graduates have exited the field house. And then you may join us for a reception under the tent on the lawn. Congratulations, class of 2026.